What's up, everybody? It's your man Jeff Kilgore with Bag of Goodies back again. You already know how we do it. Business, mind, all intertwined. And today we're going to show you why your subliminals aren't working and what you can do to get the results that you're looking for. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Welcome back, family. It's your man Jeff Kilgore back again, and you already know, no filler, no fluff, just straight to the facts, right to the value. All right, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why you aren't getting the results from your subliminals and how to get the results that you're looking for. All right, now before we start, if you're watching this video, you're probably already familiar with subliminals and what they are if you're trying to figure out why your subliminals aren't working. However, you may just be trying to watch everything you can on subliminals because you're interested in it, you're thinking about doing it. So for that purpose, I'll give a brief description on exactly what subliminals are. Now, to put it very simple, if you're familiar with affirmations, it's very similar to affirmations. However, your subliminals are going to be mostly verbal. It's going to be audio. It's going to be something that you hear. Most people put the subliminal messages in headphones and listen to them either throughout the day or when they're sleeping. And we're going to get into that as well, or when they're about to go to sleep. And we're going to get into that. But the purpose of your subliminals is to allow your subconscious to pick up on your subliminals without your conscious mind interfering. So you want to get to your subconscious mind without all of the outside noise, all of the 2 million bits of information that could be bouncing into your head at one time. All of that you want to be filtered out, quieted, so that your subliminals can get directly to your subconscious mind. And the idea is to be able to reprogram your subconscious mind so that you can start doing the behaviors of whatever it is that you're affirming, whatever your subliminals are about. You want to reprogram your subconscious mind to start to perform that behavior, to start to perform that task, so that you can make that come to pass in your life, manifest whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So in a nutshell, that's what subliminals are. Now, we're going to figure out why you aren't getting the results from your subliminals. You've been trying it, it's just not working. Something's not quite right. It's off. I'm not getting the results. I read all these comments about people who manifested this and manifested that, and money and relationships and new jobs and new houses and cars, but nothing's happening for you. Well, we may have a solution for you. Just hang with me a little bit. We're going to see if we can figure that out. All right. All right. Now, the very first reason that you may not be getting the results from your subliminals is they don't really resonate with you. Sometimes people look on the internet and find a list of affirmations or subliminal messages, and you just roll with that. And while some of that could be good, it could fit you, but it's quite possibly that it does not. You want to make your subliminal messages personal, something that really resonates with you, something that when you read it, you almost get goosebumps. Like you're really feeling that thing, like, man, when I read this, it does something to me because I really want that. I really can feel what it'll be like if I had that thing, or if I was, that way, or whatever it is. There's a million different things that you could want to change in your life and better in your life. But whatever it is, you want to really come up with something that resonates with you. You don't want to just do cookie cutter affirmations, cookie cutter subliminals, the everyday thing that you hear everybody say. If that works for you and if that really resonates with you, then okay, that's cool. You good, you straight. But if it's just a cookie cutter affirmation or subliminal, it's not really going to do much for you. It's not going to do anything for your subconscious mind because there's no feeling behind it. It's just like when you're doing your affirmations, you're going to have some feeling behind it. You're going to have some real oomph behind it, it's like I like to call it. But if you don't resonate with the subliminals or affirmations that you're reciting or hearing in your headphones, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to work because you're just reciting. You can be talking to a brick wall, might as well, because nothing's going to happen because it doesn't feel real. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel as if this is something that really moves you. So your subconscious is like, I kind of, you don't really seem that interested in that. So, I'll just pass over that. No biggie. But it is a biggie because you're doing it because you want to change something in your life. So you really have to get focused on this and make sure that your subliminals is something that you really, really resonate with, something that really, really strikes you deep down in your core. And that way it's going to help you to manifest it a lot sooner. It's going to make your subliminals work that much better. Okay. And this brings me to my next point, which is you may want to record your own subliminals. Now, it's very similar to your affirmations. You can say your affirmations every day to yourself, out loud to yourself. You can write your affirmations. Personally, I do both. But with your subliminals, you want to possibly record your own subliminals. This way, your subconscious mind, you're already a step ahead of the curve with this, because your subconscious mind is like, okay, this is our voice. Now I recognize that this isn't some recorded voice. This isn't, Bob Proctor or Joe Dispenza or Tony Robbins. This isn't some person that we've seen on TV or on the internet, somebody that's, kind of larger than life that, your subconscious mind is thinking, well, that's them, that's not us. They're able to manifest, but, we're just, this little person wherever we are, but they're big time. They can do that. No, when you record your own subliminal messages, your subconscious mind is like, okay, I recognize that voice. That's us right there. And us is saying that we can do this. Sounds good. So you're already a step ahead of the game right now when you record your own subliminals, because your subconscious is automatically recognizing that, because your subconscious mind has been with you since your existence, probably before. But that may be another video for another day. All right. But you may want to record your own subliminals, because that can activate and accelerate the process a whole lot more. All right. Now, the next thing, your timing may be off. What I mean by that is, true enough, you can listen to subliminal messages all day and that won't hurt, because your subconscious mind is awake 24/7. It's always listening, always hearing, feeling, always gathering information all the time. However, like I said in a previous video, all hours are not created the same. All hours are not equal. So there are times that are better than others to reach your subconscious mind and really get in there and start to reprogram your subconscious mind. We talked about the different phases of your brain, the different brain waves, where you have your beta, you have your alpha, you have theta, and you have delta. And again, briefly, I'll go over those. Beta, coherent, alert, just like right now I'm talking, I'm alert, I'm seeing things, I'm aware of everything. Everything is awake with me, so that's beta. Now alpha, a little more in the creative state. You're still alert, still awake. Everything still seems pretty much normal. However, you're in the creative state. You may be watching TV, you may be writing, you may be reading, you may be concentrating, you might be drawing or something. Whatever it is, you're in a creative state, but you're focused on something. And you ever been, watching a TV show and somebody's calling your name and you kind of hear them, but not really, because I'm really trying to, see my show right now. Or you're reading a book and you get lost in time and I didn't realize that much time it went past. You're in the alpha state. You're alert, but you're really focusing on something. You're really in a creative mind state. That's alpha. Now, right below that is theta. And right below theta is delta. Now, delta is when you're unconscious, you're asleep, pretty much out of it, you knocked out cold. That's delta. But theta is where the magic happens. Theta is also where you really, really want to implement your subliminals to your subconscious mind, because theta is that stage where you're almost asleep, but not quite. You're kind of getting drowsy, but not quite. If somebody yelled out your name, you'll recognize it, you'll hear it, but you still kind of almost sleep. You're falling asleep. Now this happens twice a day, because it also happens when you wake up in the morning, when you're in that groggy state, not quite awake. You just slap the alarm clock, you know, you're waking up, but it's like, you know, that's theta mode as well. And that's a great time to do your affirmations. When you're falling asleep, right before you fall asleep, this is optimal time to put in those headphones and listen to your subliminals, especially if you recorded them yourself with your voice. Because again, like I said, the purpose of subliminals are to allow your subconscious mind to pick up on your subliminal messages without your conscious mind interfering with all that extra outside noise. And when you're half asleep, you know, you're almost asleep, all that outside noise is pretty much blocked out, especially if you're in a quiet place resting by yourself. You don't have all that extra outside noise and all these bits of information coming in distracting you from what you're doing. So when you're almost asleep, this is the perfect time to be listening to your subliminals, letting that sink into, and you can fall asleep and you can listen to it all night if you want to, but that optimal time is that 15, 20 minutes or so where you're kind of asleep, but not quite. You're falling asleep. If somebody yelled your name, you know, you will be able to wake up very easy because you're not quite asleep yet. But this is perfect time to drill that into your subconscious mind because you don't have all of those distractions, right? So that's the next tip. Your timing may be off. You may not be doing it you might not be catching your subconscious mind at the optimal time to really get in there and reprogram and really start to get the results from your subliminals. And this may be a reason that you're not getting results. You're just not doing it at the right time, and you're not paying attention to your body and yourself and your mind to know when is the best time for me to implement this into my life. All right. Now, the next thing is be consistent. Don't give up too early. We are in, you know, some people call a microwave society. We want stuff instantly. We want stuff to happen now. And I understand it because technology has gotten to the point where you can almost have anything right now. So it's understandable that most people want their subliminals to work instantly too. You want to wake up the next morning like, wow, life is amazing. That worked. Great. Let's go get this $1 million. Not quite, doesn't quite work like that, but you can't give up too early. This is gonna take some time. Now, how long, this really depends on you and your limiting beliefs and how consistent you are. You have to be considered consistent. This is something that you need to do every day, as often as possible. And even throughout the day, you know, I'm not saying only do it during that time that you're in theta, right before you go to sleep and right when you wake up. But I'm saying make sure you get it in during that time because that's optimal time. That's your prime time right there. You can't miss that time. But other than that, you can listen to your subliminals all day because that won't hurt at all. Your subconscious mind, you can saturate your subconscious mind with these subliminal messages. All right. So don't give up too early. Don't give up too early. It's real easy to say, well, this ain't working. I mean, I've been doing this for 18 days. I mean, by 18 days, something should have happened. Everybody in the comments, they were saying like 3 days and they got this, and 3 days this happened, or the next day, or within 24 hours. And first off, you can't believe everything you read in the comment section. That's first off. However, some people may have gotten a manifestation within 24 hours. For some, it may have taken only 3 days. For some, it may have been just a week. For some, which is probably all the people who didn't make comments like that, it may have taken longer, or some it hasn't happened yet. But the point is, keep going until it happens, because the only way that you're going to keep going is if you believe that it works. Now, I'm here to tell you, it does work. So it's okay to believe. I can't make you believe, but the more you research it, the more you look into it, the more you watch videos like this, you're going to understand, you know what, this probably works. Advertising does it all the time. This is why this is a telltale sign that it works. Audio subliminals have been banned as far as advertising. Now, you see it all the time with companies' logos and things like that. There's little hidden things within the logos that are subliminal messages, you know, in an attempt to get you to buy their product. Now, there was a time where they would put little subliminal audio messages. Or I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to drive-in movies, right? And so you go to drive-in movies and you know the guy will come on, get your peanuts, popcorn, hot dogs, all that stuff, right? But what I didn't realize, and I later learned this, you know, when the screen is flashing and you see little stuff, those little things flashing, although they were so quick that you couldn't see them, those little things flashing in the background were saying stuff like, go buy you some popcorn, go buy a hot dog, get your soda, get your candy, get your popcorn, all that stuff. And nobody knew that. It's subliminal tricks. This is why it's banned to this day, because it's kind of playing on your mind, getting you to spend money that you may not have otherwise spent. We want people to make decisions on their own, right? Now, in the case of you and your mind, your subconscious mind, it's fair game. I can do what I want to my subconscious mind. I've been doing it all my life anyway, without knowing it. Now that I know, I might as well do the right thing with it and steer it in the right direction now that I know what to do. So with your subconscious mind, you can do all the subliminal messages that you want to. Nobody can stop you, right? Right. So again, don't give up and just believe that subliminal messages will work for you, and be consistent and you will see results. It's inevitable. You have to see results. If you stay consistent, and this is with anything really, if you stay consistent, put in the work and do what you're supposed to do, eventually you're going to see results. That's just how it works. And that's why every video you watch, you hear people saying this, whether it's in regards to making money, whether it's in regards to the law of attraction, whether it's in regards to relationships. Everybody is saying you have to be consistent with what you're doing, because if you're not consistent, then you won't get consistent results. You may get results, you may not. You know, you may win, you may lose. Until you're consistent, you can't guarantee any type of results. But when you're consistent, I can't guarantee when it'll happen, but I can guarantee it will happen. You just have to keep going and don't give up. All right. Now, the very last thing, relax. Just relax. Once you've affirmed what it is that you want, okay, this is what I want. These are the subliminal messages that I choose to put into my subconscious mind, that I choose to drill into my inner being so that I can start performing those behaviors. Once you decide that and you choose that, let it go. Step back from it. Okay, I've implemented that. I'm listening to my subliminals every night. I'm doing my affirmations. I'm doing everything that I need to do. So I'm going to relax and just know that, like I said before, since I'm being consistent, it's going to happen. I don't have to be like, oh, I really want this to work. Step back, relax, take a deep breath, and actually think about that. You know it's going to happen, right? So if you know it's going to happen, don't that feel good? Because you know eventually, you know what, this is going to happen. Whatever it is that I'm affirming with my subliminals, this is going to happen. And that feels good. So if it feels good, step back and enjoy that. Man, you know what? I cannot wait. This is going to be great. And so then you're putting the feeling behind it. This is going to accelerate the process. So just relax, sit back, let it happen. Just be consistent with your process. Don't stop the process. Don't give up. Be consistent, relax, and your subliminals are going to start to work for you. You're going to get them results that you've been looking for, all right? Did you get any value out of that? I hope so. And if you did, you already know, like I say, squeeze that like button. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hey, you still rocking with me at this point. You already know I appreciate you. Let's go.